Good morning. Actually, what happened? Uh, on one hand, in India, when they internationally accused for the population being majority of illiterates, so every state concentrated to wipe out that allegations. What Kerala did was they simply said those who knows how to write their names are literates. So then they claimed 100% education populated city. Thereafter, then they to upgrade our literacy, this IGNU correspondence course were introduced, and for a step ahead, they straight away skipped the undergraduation and introduced master graduation straight away, even if do not have basic. So the several persons have taken advantage of that, and even several judicial officers were also benefited by these universities, and who are financially sound, politically influenced persons brought their wards up to the higher standard positions by taking advantage of it. There was a case before Justice P.K. Misra, and he held that degree is not valid, it is not approved by University Grant Commissions. That apart, what had happened, several advocates enrolled. Then because of some jealousness, animosity, a group of lawyers developed a lobby and influenced some judges, and that resulted probing these the standard value of law degrees being obtained from other university, particularly in Andhra Pradesh. And Andhra Pradesh people are more powerful. They have always get over all these hurdles. See, still some probes are being, but I don't think that will help anything. You can't prevent a layman or the handicapped man to get over his handicap deprivation, and subsequently everybody is being declared past the standard of valuations, everything is there. Forget about that. A surprising judgment from Gujarat High Court. A very interesting judgment. Definitely this may be what we say starring judgment, a turning point in law profession, and a lot of people are being aggrieved by these hurdles, and the bar councils are minting money if anybody is enrolling after 40-45 years by directing them to pay 40,000, 50,000, what not, all those things are happening. If you pay money, your sin will be like the tickets sold for salvation of sins. Like this, these bar councils also doing that. A fantastic judgment. I read the judgment for stalwarts of lawyer community, bar council chairman, and other office bearers, and All India Bar President. You kindly see this division bench judgment. Pinkil Rahul Magonkar, Union of India, AR 2021, Gujarat 61. Advocates Act 28 Class 2 D 24 1E, Bar Council of Gujarat Enrollment Rules, Rule 1 2 1049. Enrollment of as advocate. Condition for making declaration as regards engagement in any job or business. Rules prohibiting enrollment of person engaged in any employment or business at initial stage of enrollment. May leave candidate unable to clear all India bar examination without any means of livelihood. Enrollment condition read down as person either in full or part-time service or employment is otherwise qualified to be admitted as an advocate shall be admitted as advocate. The enrollment certificate of such person shall be withheld with the Bar Council until concerned person makes a declaration that circumstances mentioned in Rule 2 have ceased to exist and that he or she started his practice. Then they say Constitution of India, Article 14, 19, 1G, 21, Golden Rule of Golden Triangle. A person can be termed as advocate only after his enrollment with the Bar Council. The enrollment rules prohibits enrollment of person engaged in any employment or business. It is too much to say that a person desires to get himself enrolled as an advocate in the State Bar Council should be asked as its inception to give up any other occasion, business or job, and only thereafter he can be enrolled on the roll of the Bar Council. The petitioner's single mother has come before the court saying that no sooner she is enrolled as an advocate after clearing Bar Council entrance exam, then she would file a declaration on oath that she has given up the job which she has on date. The lady is in a helpless situation. Today, if she give up her job being a single mother and if she is unable to clear All India Bar exam, then she would be left without any means of livelihood. She has made herself very clear that she may be issued a provisional sanad, and such provisional sanad shall remain in deposit with the Bar Council of Gujarat, and she would obtain the final sanad after clearing the Bar Council. A law rule should not be made without purpose or object, and when it is found so, the court should not be hesitant in applying the principle of reading down or reading into. Reading down, doctrine of reading down is reading the provisions extensively. Read into means read as it is. The provision to make it effective and workable, more particularly when it is found that the object is illusory and appears to be nothing but a shadow hunting process. Thus, the court read down rules 1 and 2 respectively of the Bar Council of Gujarat rules so as to read that person may be either in full or part-time service or employee is engaged in any trade or business who otherwise is qualified to be admitted as an advocate shall be admitted as an advocate. However, the enrollment certificate of such person shall be withheld with the Bar Council and shall lie in deposit with the Council until the concerned person makes a declaration that the circumstances mentioned in Rule 2 have ceased to exist and that he has started his practice. Then they seems to have relayed some 1984 Supreme Court judgment. The history and everything is there. Yes. So, the concessional interpretation of Gujarat High Court is that they did not understand the practice of advocate. If they want to achieve something, they have to sacrifice something. How for 2 years by doing her job and also attending getting training, and she is preparing for writing Bar Council examination. Then after passing it, she will leave the job. So after passing eligibility exam, if she left the job, is it logical to think that she would be able to maintain her? Because as soon as she passes entrance examinations and enrolled as a full-time advocate, all clients will trust to his office and pay him fees. What is this logical sense? I could not understand. But rather, there are certain professions wherein an advocate can perform both the professions. And because a lot of huge number of advocates started practicing and competitive in the field, and if you expect an advocate to practice honestly, nobly, then he should have some income. So the Bar Council may frame certain rules enabling advocates to practice both field. If that field is also noble, like doctor professions, psychological advice, psychological treatment, then nursing duties, wherein she, after doing hospital hours for 8 hours, she may practice. And also some departmental officials in high rank profile may also be allowed to enroll as an advocate, so that their experience may also be mixed with this law department, so that the arena of left out field may also be flourished. Best wishes. So